Leute, Dead Space 3 ist hier auf der E3 und deswegen habe ich John Calhoun hier neben mir. Das ist der Producer von Dead Space 3. John, Dead Space 3 is coming out. Dead Space 1 was a very fantastic horror game that started a franchise.
Thank you.
With Dead Space 2, a lot of people felt like you drifted off in a little bit of more action-oriented gameplay. And then from what I saw at the press conference, it was all about the action. I mean, is there still horror elements in there? Or, you know, why are you showcasing just action?
So the reason we do that is because at E3 we only have 5 minutes to show everything that's new. But rest assured, in Dead Space 3 we have all the thrills, the atmosphere, and the suspense that Dead Space is famous for. We just don't have the time to show it here.
Okay.
But if you do our behind closed doors demos, you'll see 30 minutes of gameplay that includes icy corridors, enemies coming out of blizzards, thrilling audio, the ground crumbling beneath your feet. If you're looking for thrills, high quality atmosphere, Dead Space 3 definitely has it covered.
Okay, so Isaac also lands on this ice planet, which has, from what I saw at the press conference, a lot of daylight. Is it tough to create a horror suspense atmosphere then?
Not really. So what we found was that snow and whiteout conditions can be just as scary as darkness. Now rest assured, we have spaceships in Dead Space. We have claustrophobic corridors. We're not straying from our roots because the most important people to please with Dead Space are ourselves. We're the biggest fans. So we have all that covered. But now we have this new planet, Tau Volantis, that has icy whiteout conditions. And what you'll see in our game is a blizzard comes through. And you can't see more than 10 feet in front of you, 10 meters in front of you.
Okay.
And you'll hear enemies out in the distance, but you can't see them. And they can see you. And trust me, it's just as thrilling as Dead Space 1 or Dead Space 2. But better yet is every now and then, the blizzard will clear and you'll see these huge, expansive environments, just absolutely giant. And what do you do with giant environments? You fill them with giant enemies. So we have these massive creatures and skyscraper-sized bosses that are absolutely thrilling.
Okay, another thing, I'm sorry I have to stress the horror element because a lot of fans love Dead Space exactly because of that. Is it not somewhat counterproductive that you have a co-op modus where two people are walking together through a game which is supposed to be scary? And you know, a lot of people think that being scared is something that only can develop when you're all by yourself.
Well, if that's what you want, then guess what? When you play Dead Space in single player, you are absolutely alone. From start to finish, you can play Dead Space with just Isaac Clarke.
Okay.
There is no AI follower in this game. So what that means is you have that isolated, solitary experience that Dead Space fans really love. Now let's just say it gets a little too hard for you, or maybe a little too scary for you, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, look, I don't want to watch a scary movie by myself, but I love to watch it with a friend. So you can go into the pause menu at any time without leaving the game and invite a friend into your game. So there you have it, you're in co-op. Now, is co-op just as scary? I would say so, and the reason why is because tension and suspense is really created with the things that Dead Space does best, and that's audio and atmosphere. So we have the same audio team and the visual effects team that brought you Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2. So when you hear enemies out in the distance, and when the wind howls, and when you hear chains rattle, that kind of, those features are going to be just the same in single player and co-op. But the best part is the things that scare you might not be the things that scare me. We've seen people play together, and what happens is one guy will jump out of his seat and the other guy is still playing. And then 30 minutes later, something completely different happens and it's the opposite. I'll jump and you're like, I got it covered. So fear and horror, it's really it's a psychological feeling. It's what people experience, and we definitely have that for our fans.
So, sounds like you're getting it all in that game, you know, everything fans want, but then how are you going to make it plausible story-wise when when you play co-op? Are there going to be different story elements in there then, or are you just saying, it doesn't matter, it's about the experience and not about the story?
No, it absolutely does matter. And the way we're addressing that is by having a very unique kind of co-op, something that's never been done in games before. So when you play in your single-player game, you're going to experience the story of Isaac Clarke and his personal mission to get rid of the Necromorphs once and for all. So there's that story. But then when you play in co-op, John Carver, our new character, joins you. He's this hardened soldier, and the story becomes not just about getting rid of the Necromorphs, but also about the personal drama between him and Ellie, and they're both at opposite ends. They're fighting for different things and they don't always agree. That's a new story. And what we're really giving the player is essentially 2 games in one. There's 2 campaigns, single player and co-op. We spared no expense. We started this from day one to be a great single player game and a great co-op game. And what you'll find is that you can play this game again and again, and you're going to experience new things every time you play.
So we've got the co-op mode, we've got the ice planet, where environments are going to be a little bit more open and I can explore to some extent, right?
Absolutely, right. I was talking about how big the planet is. Now with this comes a more explorable world. So not as only scary and hostile, but it's also big. You can backtrack in Dead Space. We're not going to shut a door and say, now you're in chapter 3. It's kind of not exactly open world, but there is the ability to carry a key, for example, and take it from one level to the next and unlock a door. And maybe it's just a goodie room. Maybe it's an entirely new level. So we have these beta paths, optional content, and missions that you'll only unveil if you explore the world fully. And the coolest thing is some of this stuff is actually only available in co-op because it requires Carver's intuition as a soldier to see how to get into these places. Yeah.
So what other new features are there? From what I saw in the demonstration, is it, maybe I'm completely wrong with this, but is it possible to sort of combine weapons now?
I can't tell you anything about our weapon system.
But you were smiling when I asked you.
Let me say this. You clearly have a good eye. You're very observant. And if your viewers watch our demo, watch our trailers, they're going to see some hints and clues about the kind of weapons that Isaac and Carver are carrying. Now, if they're smart, they might be able to figure out where we're going. Here's what I can say. The weapon system in Dead Space 3 is the most advanced system we've ever built. It's super deep, and we're going to have a lot more to say about it later this summer.
Okay, wow, it sounds all very good. Is this really the final chapter for Dead Space? Or are you keeping it back there? Because we all know how the business works. The game is successful. It's hard to let go.
Well, we love Isaac Clarke. We love the story that we've been telling. We're really focused right now just on Dead Space 3, but if the fans tell us that they want more, then we're going to listen. We'll see what happens.
Is this game, are you considering bringing this game out for Wii U?
So we saw the Wii U here at E3, and it looks really cool. And as you know, Dead Space has always been on the forefront of new technologies. Like we did the Wii with Dead Space Extraction. We've been on the PlayStation Move. We don't have anything to announce about the Wii U at this time, but we do like it. We think it's a pretty cool platform.
All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate you taking the time. When will it be out?
The game is going to be out February 2013 for the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, and the PC.
Is there going to be some sort of Kinect support or Move support?
We're going to reveal those details at a later time.
All right, thank you very much.
Right,
ja, Dankeschön. Oh, Sie sehen, the guy speaks German. Er kann sogar Deutsch. Wunderbar. Zumindest ein paar Worte hat er rausgequetscht. Und jede Menge Infos hat er rausgequetscht zu Dead Space 3. Da muss man einfach abwarten, wie das Ganze wird. Es ist natürlich wahr, es stimmt schon, auf einer E3 geht es ja einfach darum, man hat nicht viel Zeit, auf einer Pressekonferenz etwas zu präsentieren und dann möchte man etwas zeigen, das einfach die Leute gleich von Anfang an abgreift und da ist etwas Actionlastiges natürlich etwas besser. Denn eine Atmosphäre muss sich erst aufbauen. Ich hoffe natürlich, dass sie das hinkriegen, dass sie auch trotzdem wissen, dass Horrorelemente gerade bei Dead Space sehr, sehr wichtig sind. Denn dann, denke ich mal, erwartet uns vor allen Dingen mit diesen neuen Elementen eines Planeten, den man halbwegs erkunden kann durch offenere Areale, etwas ganz, ganz Großes.